The world's poorest countries often face serious challenges such as lack of income, inadequate access to education and health, and the effects of war and climate. This list contains the countries with the lowest GDP per capita, which serves as an indication of the prosperity of the citizens. These situations cause higher levels of poverty and point to the need for broader and more effective solutions at the global level to improve their situation.
Top 10.
Madagascar. DGP per capita, $1,979. Madagascar is a large island in the western part of the Indian Ocean and is considered one of the largest islands in the world. Despite its size, which extends to approximately 587,041 square kilometers, it has a high level of biodiversity. Many species of animals and plants not found in other parts of the world can be found here, including lemurs and various endemic tree species. Unfortunately, the country's development is hindered by economic, governmental, and natural resource challenges. Madagascar's natural resources are very rich, but they are not reaching their full potential due to governance issues and a lack of opportunities for local communities. Its main industries are agriculture, mining, and tourism, but the unsustainable cultivation of natural resources causes environmental problems and affects people's livelihoods. By helping local projects and infrastructure development, there is hope to improve Madagascar's condition and uplift the lives of its citizens.
Top 9.
Liberia. GDP per capita, $1,880. Liberia is a West African country that is rich in history but faces several challenges at present. It was founded by former slaves from America in 1822 and declared independence in 1847. Despite the presence of natural resources such as rubber, iron, and other minerals, the country is struggling to advance economically. The civil wars that took place from 1989 to 2003 caused serious damage to infrastructure and the lives of citizens. Many people lost their homes and livelihoods, which worsened the poverty situation in the country. Currently, Liberia continues to experience challenges in the fields of education, health, and employment. Many people do not have access to quality education and health services, which hinders the development of their potential. The lack of work and opportunities suggests that many Liberians remain below the poverty line, and children are often victims of poor conditions. Despite efforts by the government and NGOs to improve the situation, Liberia's recovery and development continue to require more support and innovative solutions.
Top 8.
Chad. GDP per capita, $1,860. The country of Chad is located in the center of Africa and is known for the financial and social challenges it faces. One of the poorest countries in the world, Chad experiences high levels of poverty, with a large portion of the population living below the poverty line. Lack of resources, poor infrastructure, and political conflicts are some of the main reasons for their continued suffering. Agriculture, which is the main source of livelihood for the Chadians, is not enough to meet the needs of their population, especially in areas that are often hit by drought. Despite these challenges, the people of Chad are known for their resilience and determination. Their culture is rich, and local communities work together to overcome challenges, such as sharing resources and helping each other in times of need. Despite limited educational and health opportunities, many Chadians continue to strive to raise their standard of living and find solutions to their problems. International support and aid programs are essential to improve the condition of their economy and society.
Top 7.
Niger. GDP per capita, $1,730. Niger is a country located in the western part of Africa and it is the seventh largest country on the continent. Despite its size, Niger is known as one of the poorest countries in the world. A large part of this land is desert, especially the Sahara, which is the second largest desert in the world. The geographical situation becomes an obstacle to the development of agriculture, which is the main source of livelihood of the people. The extreme climate and lack of water make it difficult for people to get enough food and daily necessities. Because of these challenges, most of Niger's population experiences poverty and a lack of basic services such as education and health. According to studies, a large proportion of children in Niger do not go to school, and health services are of limited reach. As a result, the lives of people in Niger are full of trials and challenges. However, there are efforts being made by the government and various NGOs to improve the condition of the citizens and help them find better opportunities in the future.
Top 6.
Malawi. GDP per capita, $1,710. Malawi is a small country located in Southeast Africa. It covers a total land area of approximately 118,484 square kilometers, making it one of the smallest countries on the continent. Malawi is known for its beautiful scenery, such as Lake Malawi, which is one of the deepest lakes in the world. Despite its natural resources, the country faces many economic and development challenges. Most of Malawi's population depends on agriculture, but the uncertain climate and lack of infrastructure cause production and livelihood problems. In recent years, Malawi has continued to experience poverty, with a large portion of the population living under the international poverty standard. According to reports, almost 50% of its citizens have access to modern services, while the rest rely on traditional methods and lack of education. Issues such as food shortages, falling crop prices, and diseases added to the trials the country was suffering. Despite these challenges, efforts by the government and local organizations to improve the condition of the people and achieve a better future for Malawi continue.
Top 5.
Mozambique. GDP per capita, $1,650. Mozambique is a country located in southeastern Africa, on the shores of the Indian Ocean. It is known for its vibrant natural resources, beautiful beaches, and rich culture. Despite its potential, Mozambique is one of the poorest countries in the world. In recent years, the country has been experiencing various economic challenges, including the continuing effects of poverty, inequality, and climate-related disasters. People here often experience a lack of basic needs such as clean water, education, and health. Mozambique is small compared to other African countries, and much of it is rural, where agriculture is the main source of livelihood. However, the lack of infrastructure and social services hampers the development of local communities. The continued increase in population and the issues of natural resource management bring additional challenges for the country. Despite all this, Mozambique has efforts that are trying to achieve more sustainable development in the future, but there are many obstacles together that need to be overcome.
Top 4.
Democratic Republic of Congo. GDP per capita, $1,570. The Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, is one of the largest countries in Africa, but despite its size, it faces many challenges that affect its prosperity. One of the main problems is the long-standing wars and conflicts within the country, which have resulted in the destruction of infrastructure, the collapse of the economy, and the loss of many lives. The ongoing unrest has prompted mass displacement of the population, with millions affected by hunger and disease brought on by the poor state of the health system. Despite the rich natural resources, such as gold, diamonds, and cobalt, they have not been properly utilized to uplift the lot of the majority of the population due to corruption and lack of proper governance. Despite these problems, the DRC cannot be considered small in any respect except in terms of economics and quality of life. Their gross domestic product, GDP, per capita is one of the lowest in the world, with a large portion of the population living below the poverty line. Agriculture, which is the main source of employment, is also affected by the disturbances, resulting in a lack of adequate food supply. However, there are efforts from the international community and local groups to help the country recover through various developmental and humanitarian programs. Hope remains alive that, with the right governance and support, the DRC can recover from its trials and see a brighter future.
Top 3.
Central African Republic. GDP per capita, $1,123. The Central African Republic, CAR, is a small country located in the central part of Africa. It is surrounded by other countries such as Chad to the north, Sudan to the east, and Cameroon to the west. Despite having rich natural resources such as gold and diamonds, CAR continues to experience extreme poverty and instability. The country's development is hindered by disputes and conflicts, as well as a lack of facilities such as education and health. According to reports, more than half of the population lives below the birth rate, and basic social services are often out of reach. The situation in the Central African Republic is making it even more difficult for its people. The ongoing conflict and disturbances have caused the displacement of many people and the increase of internally displaced persons, IDPs. People in CAR experience food shortages, malnutrition, and basic needs. Moreover, incidents of violence and human rights violations are becoming common, making it difficult for the government to achieve peace and prosperity. Top 2. Burundi. GDP per capita, $916. Burundi is a small country located in East Africa, in the Great Lakes region. It is surrounded by Rwanda to the north, Tanzania to the east, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo to the west. Despite its small size, covering only about 27,000 square kilometers, Burundi is rich in culture and history. The country is home to various ethnic groups, especially the Hutu and Tutsi, and has local traditions that are continuously passed down from one generation to the next. However, Burundi is also known for the challenges it faces, including conflicts and political tensions, which have affected its development. Despite its natural wealth, Burundi is one of the poorest countries in the world. Poverty levels are high, and many people face a lack of basic needs such as food, water, and education. The country's economy is mainly dependent on agriculture, where farmers often face the challenges of climate and lack of support from the government. Political tensions and social upheavals have worsened the situation, so Burundians continue to journey towards a better future despite the trials they're going through.
Top 1.
South Sudan. GDP per capita, $455. South Sudan is a country located in the eastern part of Africa. It became a full state on July 9, 2011, after a long war against Sudan. The country has a size of about 619,745 square kilometers, which makes it relatively small compared to other African countries. A mixed race and culture, South Sudan is home to various ethnic groups and languages, but it also faces challenges in aspects of life, such as education and health, which have been complicated by the harsh conditions of war and lack of resources. The state of South Sudan's economy has been greatly affected by ongoing conflict and uncertainty. The country depends on the oil industry for its main source of income, but ongoing conflict and instability are causing depletion of resources and causing severe poverty for its citizens. According to reports, a large portion of the population lives below the poverty level, and many experience a lack of food and access to basic medical services. Despite the challenges, efforts by local and international organizations to improve the conditions of the people of South Sudan continue. In our discussion about the top 10 poorest countries in the world, we learned about the challenges and trials these countries face. Although many of them are rich in natural resources, the lack of opportunities, education, and support from governments and the international community hinders their development. Our understanding and awareness of their condition is important so that we can help with solutions and steps that can bring about change. Having empathy and helping these countries can be the beginning of their upliftment and a brighter future. And if you liked our video, just comment in our comment section on what we will talk about next, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and also click our notification bell, so that you are always updated with our newly uploaded videos.